Tell us about yourself. I am 20 years old. I live separately from my parents in a rented apartment. I moved there not very long ago. It always seems to me that someone is following me. The first month nothing super paranormal happened. Only occasionally at night I felt someone's eyes on me. I attributed everything to the rubble at work, and to a bunch of horror stories I read about new apartments. A month later, everything stopped. I lived a normal life. But it was not there. After a while, I started noticing that my jeans and t-shirts started to disappear from the closet. Maybe I put them somewhere else? For example, in the bathroom, I thought. They weren't in the bathroom either. Things showed up a day or two later. It began to frighten me. Having made up my mind, I told my mother everything. She advised me to call a priest and bless the apartment. So I did. It's over. But not for long. Just for a week. Now I started to find strange notes under my door and in my mailbox. It was not a language known to me. Or rather, not even a language, but sounds. When a message with strange texts began to come to my email, it began to annoy me. One night I woke up from a knock on the door. Putting on a dressing gown, I went up and looked through the peephole. There was no one. Children are playing around, flashed through my head. I slowly went to the bedroom suddenly. The light turned off, the plugs burned out. Probably. Now I was really scared. My legs began to shake and buckled. In the kitchen, I heard rustling and laughter. Tears welled up from fear. The footsteps were getting closer. Something opened the door, I screamed. It was terrible. The whole body was cut up. The meat hung in pieces from his torso. Instead of eyes there were two black balls. Instead of lips, pieces of skin were sewn on. It stank of rot and graveyard. I was in a stupor. It came closer and closer, scratching the parquet with its nails. I woke up and ran with all my might to the balcony. Thank God that I lived on the first floor. I jumped off and ran down the dark street into the void. The monster was following me. Slowly, even it seemed that I was indifferent to him. I ran out into the road. The light of the lanterns hit my eyes. The street was deserted. I screamed with all my might. Save! Help! Nobody responded. The city seems to be dead. He was already standing next to me, showing his yellow teeth in a terrible grin. I backed away. It grabbed my hands. I didn't even hear myself scream. Pain. Darkness. The girl was found in the morning. More precisely, what was left of her. Her face froze in a grimace of horror. The insides were lying on the pavement. Blood was everywhere. Pieces of meat were torn out by teeth. Her face was pale, but not touched, only her eyes. Instead of them there were black balls. Near a note was found with the girl. You ran in vain. The killer is still being sought.
Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel.